I know that Exit 5 grew, I think it was like something like 100%, something like that in like the
Hmm.
past 12 months, right?
Yeah.
Now I know that
Mhm.
you're all about like curating the content, not overly, burning out with creating the new one. LinkedIn is like I would say, the top of the funnel of your, acquisition. Then there is like an email and email leading people to the community.
Yeah.
Uh, what else is hiding behind that kind of growth loop that allows you to grow so fast and get new community members?
I think it's a couple things. I think so. Yeah, LinkedIn, obviously, our top of funnel has been performing well for us. A big thing too is building our email list. So we focused in the last year, we've been extremely intentional around building our email list, which is not necessarily a new tactic, but we've just been really intentional about how do we get people from LinkedIn organic and paid onto our email list. And then once people on our email list, how are we delivering a really good product for them? So we've also invested in our newsletter in the last year and just made it better content. Um, and we also added a new newsletter. So we now send out 2 email newsletters a week. So before it was just one email newsletter, and it was pretty much we would just take one of Dave's LinkedIn posts and turn that into a newsletter, which isn't a bad strategy per se. But now we're taking our podcast episodes and we're taking a lot of that top of funnel content and writing more in-depth posts within our newsletter. So I think that's really was part of it is just we said, okay, we're really good at top of the funnel. We have this strong community product, but in the middle, we have a newsletter, but how can we make it better and how can we just drive more people to it? So that was it. And then even as we're capturing more emails, every time we launch something, put out a new feature in the community or something cool that we're offering, that gets um, obviously blasted to the entire list. So that's just more people overall that are seeing our stuff in their inbox. So I think that was really a big part of it. And then the last one is, Dave hired me not to make myself the hero, it's team effort, but he hired me to improve the community. And we've as a team have treated the community like a product and we've added a bunch of new features and done a lot with Exit 5 in the last year. So I think just making the product better made our offer stronger. People, want this thing that we are offering is good product market fit. So it's much easier to sell.
Tell me about the growth loops. Now, I saw a couple of times that you were talking about growth loops inside Exit 5, but I kind of the first thing that comes to my mind, for example, are like the referrals. I don't quite
Hmm.
remember seeing any referral campaigns. Are there?
I mean, we have a referral program in Exit 5, but we don't really promote it that much. And it's something that we just haven't really took a big enough swing at yet. But um, yeah, I mean, like I don't know. I guess it's like I've seen growth loops defined in different ways. For me, it's like the way I look at it is it's some reinforcing loop in your marketing and your growth strategy that feeds itself. I think for us personally, there's 2 of them. One is just our content overall. Like as we put out more content, more people share it and talk about it online. Like we have people every day going LinkedIn and being like, "Oh, I listened to this podcast of Exit 5 from Dave and I learned X, Y, and Z." So our podcast comes out, people talk about it, and then more people find it, and then those people go and listen, and that just grows our overall reach. So I think that's a big one is from an awareness and brand standpoint. Um, and then yeah, even in our community, I think like there's a loop there in and of itself where it's like there's a network effect of like the more people that join, the stronger it becomes. So the more we're able to promote that element of it, which drives more people into it. So I think those are the two loops at play.
Yeah. And now when you're talking about loops, every product, right, needs to collect certain types of feedback, right?
Mhm.
So what are your feedback loops inside the community? Do you just like kind of monitor the conversations and then have some internal sheet where you write down in codes or whatever snippets whatever community members are saying, or there is like a more sophisticated approach?
Yeah, that's a good question. So there's a couple different ways that we are collecting feedback. One is we do a twice a year, we do an NPS survey. So we started that last year. The next one is actually coming up in the next week or so. So halfway through the year, we do an NPS. So that's like a really obvious one. But that's probably our most structured form of feedback. The second one is I'm just in the community every single day, engaging in posts and content. And not only am I seeing how people are reacting to things, but a lot of people will message me when stuff is broken. So, we're just lucky in the sense where we have a strong community base that will tell me when something should be fixed. Or not necessarily like broken fix, but when they want to see something different, it's like, hey, how can I meet other people in Philadelphia? It's like, oh, okay, maybe we need to go add a feature, local Philadelphia group. Um, we have a matchmaking program inside Exit 5, and within that, we send out a form to everybody after saying to them, what would you rate this connection? Would you want to continue and be part of this program in the future? So we use a lot of that feedback to inform that stuff as well. And then whenever we do like live content or training sessions, a lot of the time we'll ask our attendees to rate the session 1 through 5, and then we'll use that to inform and be like, okay, that was a good content medium that hit with our audience. So I would say those are some of the biggest ones. And then the last one is we will randomly, just like, this isn't structured or like timed per se, but randomly a couple times a year, I'll just reach out to a couple members and ask for a chat, or Dave and I will do like a live thing where people will just come off mute and say, yeah, it'd be great if you guys did more of this or did more of that. So we'll do that kind of stuff as well, just to collect that qualitative feedback and get combos going.